I welcome you all to my presentation on pancreas. Learning objectives of this session will be introduction, extent and location, parts of pancreas and its relations. Remaining features, development, blood supply and applied anatomy will be discussed in second part of pancreas. So what is pancreas? What is the literal meaning of pancreas? It is derived from two words, pan plus creas, that is all flesh. So it is a soft lobulated organ which has exocrine as well as endocrine function. Exocrine part secretes the pancreatic juices which are helpful in the digestion of lipids, carbohydrates and proteins. And endocrine part secretes insulin which is responsible for glucose homeostasis. This pancreas, it lies in the concavity of duodenum and it is about 12 to 15 centimeter long. It is transversely placed organ and it is directed towards the hilum of spleen. It occupies the vertebral level L1 and L2. This diagram depicts the location of pancreas in abdomen. On the right side we can see a yellow colored viscera which is pancreas. It is lying in blue colored duodenum which is colored blue over here, C-shaped viscera. So we can see that how it is placed transversely or horizontally and its direction is bit upwards towards the left side. And in the left diagram we can see the sagittal section of abdominal cavity and we can see that the pancreas is placed posteriorly on the posterior abdominal wall and it is covered by peritoneum only on the anterior aspect. It occupies epigastrium and left hypochondrium. It is a retroperitoneal organ as we can see over here. There are 4 parts and 1 process of pancreas. From right to left we have head, neck, body, tail and a process which is known as uncinate process which arises from the head of pancreas. So coming to the head, first of all we will describe head. Right, it lies to the right of the midline and it is the thickest and broadest part of pancreas. It occupies the curve of duodenum and it continues as the neck of pancreas. So in this we can see that how pancreas is related with neighboring viscera. It is the posterior most structure as we can see over here, as it appears as a faded out structure in this diagram, and how it is located posterior to the stomach because it is one of the component of stomach bed and it is separated from stomach by lesser sac. And it is yellow colored, we can see head of the pancreas, it is in the concavity of duodenum. And we can also appreciate certain relations of pancreas in this diagram, that how posteriorly head and neck are related with IVC and body is related with the superior mesenteric artery of the aorta which is the branch of abdominal aorta, and then tail and body are related with left kidney, left suprarenal. So these are the parts of pancreas. Head, first of all we are discussing. So head has 2 surfaces and 3 borders. It has anterior and posterior surface and 3 borders are superior, inferior and right lateral. First of all we will discuss the relations of anterior surface. That anterior surface of pancreas is covered with peritoneum and it is related with transverse colon, transverse mesocolon and jejunum as we can see over here in this diagram. Gastroduodenal artery, it is also an important relation of anterior surface of the head of pancreas. It arises from the common hepatic artery which is further the branch of celiac trunk. Coming to the posterior relations of head of pancreas, they are, as you can see in this diagram, a blue colored vessel, that is IVC. So IVC is a very important posterior relation along with left renal vein, bile duct and right crus of diaphragm. This bile duct It requires special mention because whenever there is enlargement of the head of pancreas because of any tumor or any other pathology, then the bile duct can be compressed and it can result in jaundice. So coming to the relation of head of pancreas, what are the borders of head of the pancreas? We have discussed that it has three borders: superior, inferior and right lateral. And all these borders are related with different parts of duodenum. Superior border is related to first part of duodenum and also to the superior pancreaticoduodenal artery. Inferior border is related to third part of duodenum and inferior pancreaticoduodenal artery. Whereas right lateral border is related with the second part of duodenum, as you can see in the diagram which is given on the side, and also with the anastomosis between two arteries. Now from where these arteries they are coming, superior pancreaticoduodenal is the branch of gastroduodenal, which is in turn is the branch of celiac trunk, as we can see in this diagram. Whereas inferior pancreaticoduodenal is the branch of superior mesenteric artery. After head, we will discuss neck, which is the continuation of head, and it is a very small part and it is about 2.5 centimeter or 2 centimeter long and directed towards the left side. It has two surfaces and two borders. Anterior surface is covered with peritoneum and it is related to pylorus. Posterior surface has a very important relation. It marks the commencement of portal vein. So portal vein is formed by the union of superior mesenteric, which comes from below, and splenic vein, which comes from the left side. So formation of portal vein, it is a landmark. We should see for the formation of portal vein behind the neck of pancreas. In this diagram we can see over here that how the portal vein is formed. This is a very important relation. This is the posterior aspect of pancreas. And we can also appreciate splenic vein and the superior mesenteric vein, that how they are uniting to form the portal vein. This is yet another diagram of the relations of pancreas. Here we can see various viscera. Over here actually we have removed stomach to see the pancreas, and we have also removed some part of transverse colon and transverse mesocolon. We can see the attachment of transverse mesocolon on the body of pancreas, which is a very important relation. Then we can appreciate portal vein, inferior vena cava above the pancreas, and then green color structure is bile duct. We can also see abdominal aorta and how the celiac trunk is arising from the abdominal aorta, and then we can appreciate common hepatic gastroduodenal artery, and duodenum can also be appreciated, and a tortuous vessel going towards the spleen, which is seen as a grayish viscera on the left side. It is an important relation of the body of pancreas, superior border of the body of pancreas, which we will discuss later. Kidneys can also be seen. The left kidney is the posterior relation of the body. Coming to the body, which is the longest part of pancreas, and it is passing towards the left side with slight upward inclination, and it is triangular in cross section. So it has three borders and three surfaces. Three borders are anterior, superior and inferior, whereas three surfaces are antero-superior, antero-inferior and posterior. And it has a this projection also, which we'll discuss later. Body has a projection which is known as tuber omental. So let's discuss various surfaces first of all of body. Antero-superior surface. It is covered by the peritoneum. Antero-superior surface is covered by the peritoneum. Basically it is separated from stomach by the lesser sac. Then posterior surface, we already know that it is a retroperitoneal organ lying on the posterior abdominal wall. So posterior surface is devoid of peritoneum and it is related to aorta, left crus of diaphragm, left suprarenal and kidney, left kidney, and very importantly it is related with the splenic vein, as we have seen in our previous diagram that it joins superior mesenteric to form portal vein. So it is related with the posterior surface of the body of pancreas. And inferiorly, or the anterior-inferior surface is also covered by peritoneum, and it is related with duodenojejunal flexure, fourth part of duodenum, coils of jejunum and the left colic flexure. Coming to the borders of body, again it has three borders because it is a wedge-shaped part of the pancreas in cross-section. Superior border has an elevation known as omental tuberosity, and this omental tuberosity, it actually projects above the lesser curvature of the stomach and comes in contact with the lesser omentum across the lesser sac. That's why it is known as tuber omental. As we know that omental bursa is the name of lesser sac. And it has important relation that of celiac trunk. It has a celiac trunk above on the just above this superior border, and it is related with the branches of celiac trunk. Hepatic artery goes to the right, and splenic artery, as we see previously, that it is a tortuous vessel which is running on the superior border. So splenic artery goes towards the left side. Coming to the relation of anterior border of the body of pancreas, anteriorly it is related with divergence of two layers of transverse mesocolon, and inferior border is related with superior mesenteric vessels. A very important relation, and here we can see certain relations of the body of pancreas. Anterior surface relations are not shown over here, but posteriorly we can see how the splenic vein is running, and then we have aorta also with the right. So posteriorly we have these are the relations of the posterior surface, and left kidney can be seen over here, left suprarenal gland, and splenic vein as we have discussed. Inferior surface, we have already seen the duodenum, duodenojejunal flexure, they were there, and we can appreciate the relations of, so we can see the tuber omental over here, that it is a projection from the superior border. Last part is the tail, which lies between layers of lienorenal ligament. So it is a content of lienorenal ligament, which is the ligament between spleen and kidney. It is 1.5 to 3.5 centimeter long, and it is related to the splenic vessels. And it has islets of Langerhans, right? So if there is inadvertent removal of tail of pancreas, it will result in diabetes. Then we have discussed that it has a spleen has a process which is known as uncinate process, which is a hook-shaped process, and it is embryologically a separate part. It extends from the inferior lateral end of the head of pancreas. A very important relation of the uncinate process is the superior mesenteric vessels. Anterior to it passes the superior mesenteric vessels, right? And posterior to it is the aorta. Inferiorly, the uncinate process is in contact with the third part of duodenum. So in this diagram, we can see all the relations of pancreas in nutshell. Yellow colored pancreas can be appreciated, how it is lying in the duodenum. So we can see that head is related with the different parts of duodenum, and then it is also related to gastroduodenal, we can see arising from the celiac trunk. Bile duct, posterior relation of head of pancreas. IVCs, the posterior relation of head of pancreas can be seen, big vessel, blue colored posteriorly. Then we can appreciate how the superior mesenteric vein and artery, they are the important relation of anterior aspect of the uncinate process. And splenic artery, tortuous vessel on the left side going towards purple colored spleen, we can appreciate. So what is this? This splenic artery is related with the superior border of the body of pancreas. And left kidney, left suprarenal gland, we can appreciate lap colic flexure. Can also be seen. Transverse colon is related with the anterior surface of the body, and also with the head of the pancreas. So these are the certain relations of pancreas.